It's that time again. Life update, part 3.
I'm in a white beater, two-seater cruise control. Pull up and your girl might lose control. Not play a circle, but a duffel bag boy. Guarantee they can't get enough of that boy.
I saw him from a distance and I watched him make his way to the bar.
Well, hello, hola. 3.5 weeks in, and I have not learned a lick of Spanish other than what I already know. So that's good. Not, but that's okay. Hi, hello friends. Welcome back to my channel, to my life update, Paradise Edition. This is part 3. I got 2 things I want to talk about in this video. Number 1, why I have set physique and performance related goals for 2018. And number 2, why I don't actually help people, or why I don't think I actually help people. So I'm going to dig into that because that is a very interesting thought process going on that I want to ramble about. So today is Friday, January 12th. It is a gorgeous morning right now. Looks like there's a bit of clouds, but it should clear up to about 35 degrees today, or in Fahrenheit, that's like 93, 95-ish. So not complaining for mid-January weather right now. I'm totally loving this. So number 1, why have I set physique and performance related goals for 2018, and what are they? So Open Powerlifting, which is a worldwide powerlifting company, came out with the results for the 2017 powerlifting competitions, and my name is on the list because every person who does a powerlifting competition in the world gets on the list. In the 52 kilo weight category, raw females, I ranked 168. I don't know out of how many, but that's in the world, so 168. Pretty freaking cool, but I want to do better. And that is one of my goals for 2018. Now, I am totally not looking for top 10. One, that's not realistic. It's an insanely huge goal. From going top 170 to top 10 in a year is insane. That's not what I'm after. It's not realistic for my lifestyle. And honestly, I don't care that much. So my goal, my performance related goal, is top 100. Also, in relation to my performance related goal, I have a physique related goal as well, and that basically is to be in a higher weight class. So when I first started powerlifting, I was actually in like the 56 kilo weight class, which is like 124 pounds and under. So this last year I mostly competed in the 52 kilo weight class, which is 114 pounds and under. So I would like to be more comfortable moving up in the weight class. Now, there's a few things I have to remember, or a few things I have to do in order to make this happen, which means I need to gain weight. That is the number 1 thing. In relation to that, well, everything's in relation to that, but in relation to me gaining weight is I have to figure out my body dysmorphia and be okay that the number on the scale is gonna go up. Because in order for me to achieve this goal of being stronger in a bigger weight class, I have to be mentally, physically, emotionally okay with the scale number going up. So, and that's only like 5 to 6 pounds, but still, women, 1, people who know me know I struggle with this, and 2, women who have gone through yo-yo dieting or fad diets or weight loss or get fixated on numbers, that can mess with you. And day to day, trying to really, really be okay with that, especially while I'm away and a lot of things are not within my control. I need to eat more, yay! So right now I'm living off a ridiculous amount of chicken, eggs, and protein powder because that is what's most easily accessible for me right now, and probably the cheapest. So that's just kind of what I'm going off of. I need to train differently. So I do need to train more, not necessarily more hours or more days a week, but I definitely need to change the intensity and my approach to training. So before it was really power building, so it was a lot of powerlifting focus, but I did emphasize the importance of accessory work after. And I still want to do accessory work, don't get me wrong, that is a huge priority of mine, but I really, really, really need to push myself and make sure that every single exercise, rep, and set that I am doing is helping me get towards my goals. So I need to be a lot more, let's say, serious with my training and my programming that I create on my own. And to do all of that, I need to be realistic and accountable. So that means consistent check-ins with myself, or whether I decide to hire a coach at this point in time, I do all my own numbers because I've learned from past experiences that's just what I like to do, and that's kind of what I work better on. So I need to be accountable, I need to track my progress, whether that's my training programming, whether that's my macros that I track. I need to stay accountable, I need to do constant updates and check-ins and make sure that everything that I'm doing is getting me just a little bit closer each and every single day. That is performance-wise for my goals for 2018. Now, physique-related wise, obviously my weight is going to cause a physique change, which I'm totally okay with. I say that now. So currently I'm 5'7", so I'm fairly tall and I'm very lean. I'm 115 pounds and 16% body fat. That was my testing about a month ago, right before I came to Dominican. That is where I'm at. I only want to be about 5 or 6 pounds heavier than where I am right now. I don't want to have to cut weight for my competitions whenever I decide for them to be. I would like to hover comfortably between 120 and 122. So that is a very rigid range, I guess, for me to be in. But again, we'll see, kind of take it month to month, see how my accountability and my tracking goes with everything. Now, for me to say I only want to put on 5 to 6 pounds of pure muscle is pretty much nearly impossible. There is going to be fat gained with that, but if I can maintain under like 18% body fat, I'd be like totally cool with that too. So that's more so wishful thinking, and we'll see if that actually happens. But right now, that's a goal. It's not that I just want to put on like 5 to 6 pounds through eating copious amounts and hope that some of it does come from muscle. I would like a lot of that to be muscle gain. So we will see how it goes. And I promise to keep you up to date with everything. Now, with that being said, I know this is like a silly thing to work on, but I'm gonna say it anyway, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable to it. Now, in terms of, I actually feel like they kind of go hand in hand though, so we'll see if this actually holds true. So obviously with my performance related goals of getting stronger, getting bigger, I know I need to improve my lifts, which means I need to build a lot more leg strength, which probably means I need to put more muscle on my legs, which probably means my legs need to get bigger. So a fun little goal that I am like fine detailing goal setting for myself. I want my legs to be bigger than my waist. And again, it's so silly, but I feel like I'm at the point in my life, in my lifestyle, my regime, whatever you want to call it, where I can work on the fine-tuning details because I am so in tune, I guess, with my training and my nutrition and understanding with everything. So currently my waist is 22.5 inches at the smallest part, and the biggest part of my thighs are 20 inches. I do have a little mole on, I guess, like the lower part of my thigh that I'm gonna measure as well, because hopefully the part around my vastus medialis, or my VMO, or my little teardrop muscle, that's about 15 inches, and that definitely needs to improve. So I have measurements, I have some accountability, I know how to track my progress, so we'll see how that goes. So in summary, I have a lot of growth to do. We know that in terms of my physique and performance related goals. I'm excited, I'm ready. I've already kind of decided this for the last couple days since I've been here, well, while I've been here, and kind of working towards it already. So being more, I guess, aggressive in terms of my macro intake, in terms of my training. So to kind of work with what I can, and when I am finished in the Dominican, I will have access to barbells and more machines, which is exciting. So I will update you that in a few minutes going on for where I'm going after Dominican. Okay, so part 2 of this video, question number 2, why I don't think I actually help anyone. And this is like so weird because that is basically what my entire business or career is based off of, helping people. Let me explain a little bit. So I feel like no matter how much insight I give, how much education, how much knowledge, how much paper, information, words, whatever you want to call it, how much information I give, the effects of my giving are not in my control. they're in the control of my clients, my athletes. So if someone implements the tools that I provide, it's because of their readiness and wisdom to apply those tools and not mine. I can only show up with the information and truth and hope that I can provide you that information and truth at that very exact moment that your mind is like, oh my God, yes. And I personally feel like client successes have to do with their power instead of like my power. You know what I mean? I don't force them to do anything. I provide them all the tools. How they implement the tools and how they adhere with the tools is based on their adherence, not my rules. So I'm the one holding up the mirror, but you're the one looking at the reflection, right? Does that kind of make sense? Another reference point. So how's this? Instead of like, quote, Courtney knows the answer, it's she told me the truth that I already knew, right? Because in the back of your mind, I'm not knowledge bombing you with anything that you probably don't already know. Or instead of someone saying, oh, we'll go to Courtney because she's the expert, it's more like what she's saying totally fits in with my strengths and struggles right now. So I can absolutely relate and probably apply the tools as well. We know that there isn't one solution for every single problem. That goes with my coaching guidance or with anything in life. There isn't one solution. But there's definitely some key notes that I try to hit with my practice. And they go as follows. Everyone's different, yet in some way, we are all the same. We all have goals. We're all trying to get better through nutrition or fitness or something, right? So we're all different, but we all have the same goals. One size does not fit all, which is why I don't use cookie cutter programs, because everyone is different. What works for you today might not work for you tomorrow, and that's why I totally believe in weekly check-ins, accountability, and tracking progress. Nothing matters, but everything is important. So if you look at it, we focus on numbers. Numbers really don't matter. At the end of it, at the end of your lifetime, the numbers really don't matter. They don't mean anything. They don't give you worth or significance or value or anything, right? But at the end of your lifetime, it is your lifetime that is important, that matters, right? So nothing matters, but everything is important. What works for me might not work for you. So because I do flexible dieting, I track macros, I hit certain macros, and I do my strength programming a certain way, does not mean that that's gonna work for you. And I totally acknowledge and respect and understand that. And I know that my athletes do as well. And the last point, it depends, which is like the most stupid answer that you can get. It's like when mom says, because I said so. And you're like, but that didn't answer my question. So my response is, it depends. And there's so many environmental factors that affects every single person differently. So one way isn't the right way, it's not the only way, and it totally depends. Because at the end of the day, literally, it's not me, it's you. And I mean that in the best way possible. So that's kind of why I don't think I really help anyone. I think that I do in some way, but at the end of the day, it's you, it's not me. Does that help? I don't know. This is what happens when I go away on vacation for 5.5 weeks and I literally have like 24 hours each day to myself. And these are the thoughts that go through my head. Oh, and my last update, one last thing I want to talk about. In my last update, I did mention that I am going to Mexico next. I'm not going to talk about that right now, but I know a lot of people have been asking about it. So I want to know if you want to know what the hell I'm doing. So if you have any questions or if there's anything, I guess, unanswered that you want to know what's going on, comment below in this video. I will read them, I will respond to them, and I will follow up in my part 4 YouTube video, life update, Paradise Edition, on what you guys are asking me. So thanks for hanging out and listening to my goals for 2018 and my thoughts on why I don't help people, because I'm useless, which is not the case at all. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my newsletters, to my YouTube videos, to my podcast. If you haven't done that, go do that. It's all Courtney for Life. Just search that and you will find me all over the World Wide Web. Have an awesome day. Have a great rest of your month. Have an awesome afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Make it a good one, and we'll talk to you later, strong friends. See ya.